Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for your continued support. Right, so this is you've seen a lot in the news lately, in particular this story that the government want to cut around £6 billion from the welfare budget. Now it's around 5 or 6 billion, give or take who you listen to or who you read, and there's obviously a lot of pressure on Rachel Reeves and Liz Kendall to find that saving. Because they want to fund the defence budget for this conflict in Ukraine. So, it's something that's happening worldwide. A lot of countries are doing it at the moment, but I don't think many countries are doing it the way that England or the UK want to do it, because it's depending on, again, on who you read and who you see. There are lots of rumours going around about how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, and how much they're going to do. If you look at some of the things that keep cropping up from the government themselves and from their ministers, you've got things like mental health. Now that seems to be something they're looking to target, probably to make the criteria harder to get the benefits that you want. But again, that comes with issues. That comes with a risk, because it means that there's going to be more incidents, I think, of people who are going to unalive themselves, because it's a very stressful thing, and if you already have problems with your mental health, it's going to be even worse as far as I'm concerned. So that looks like there's one area they're going to be targeting. There's also a lot of talk about the youth people, about younger people who are either not in work or education or training, or they're on benefits. So it looks like they're going to be a target as well. And which again, if people can work and they're just not working, fine. But if they have a genuine problem, then I think the risk is that they're going to think everyone under a certain age should be working, when actually we know that there are people who are younger who have disabilities and who have problems that need to be supported. So I hope this isn't just going to be a blanket thing. Everyone under a certain age who isn't working, you've got to go back to work. I hope that isn't the case, because there are a lot of people out there who do need the support. Now, you may have seen this ITV news feature that was on their ITV news channel, where they apparently they had an inside source. Now I say it like that because obviously this is mainstream media, and we don't really know who this source is. Are they a reliable source? Do they actually know what's going on, or are they someone they've just spoken to and don't actually know what's going to happen? But if you listen to what that article said, they say that they believe the cuts are going to come from a freeze in PIP next year, so that it won't go up by any particular percentage point. So that in itself could have issues, because obviously fuel's going up, food prices are going up, everything's going up. That's going to have a knock-on impact on people from next year if they're not, if their benefits are going to stay the same as this year, but everything else is going up. It's obviously going to put a strain on finances. So that's one thing that apparently they are considering, or have considered, or are going to announce. Another thing is that they are going to make it harder for people with mental illness or certain types of mental illness from claiming. They're going to make the criteria harder, which is what I've talked about already just now. And there is another thing that they mentioned, which was increasing the benefit, increasing the payments, or increasing the level of payments for people who are looking for work, but decreasing the payments for those who can't work. Now this to me sounds a bit weird, because they're talking about PIP in all of these circumstances, and PIP is not a benefit you get. It's not a working benefit. It's not a benefit that you get if you're working or if you're not working. It doesn't matter if you're working or not. You can still qualify for PIP. It's there to help you with your needs as a disabled person. So I don't understand why they would then increase your payments if you're working and decrease them if you're not working, because it's not linked to work. So I don't really understand where that's coming from, and I'm not entirely sure I believe that. So this is one of the things that I wasn't entirely sure about. And the other, and that means that and also the other part of that was that they're going to cut people's payments who can't work. Well, if you've gone to the DWP with your evidence and they've said, yep, you can't work. We're going to put you on this level of payment because you can't work. That's the DWP, in a sense, making that decision for you. So, or agreeing with your decision that you can't work. So you're then going to be paid less because you can't work. And so that seems to me like something that's definitely going to be challenged in court, particularly if it happens to people who are already on those benefits and they have them reduced. I can't see in any logical sense why they would do that, because that's going to be legally challenged. And we've already seen a court decision whereby they were saying that certain elements of benefit weren't carried over, weren't paid from the movement from legacy benefits into universal credit, and those people now have to get that money back. They're going to have to pay that money back. So it's already happened in that situation. If they try and do it again, I think they're going to be open to a legal challenge. I really can't understand why they would contemplate that. But anyway, that's apparently what this particular ITV article was saying. Now, I don't necessarily believe what that's saying. Potentially a freeze to PIP is something that they would probably go for, because it's going to save money in next year, because there won't be any increase in benefits. Getting the younger people back into work, I think they're right behind that. I think that's definitely one thing they're going to look at. Clamping down on the criteria for mental health, unfortunately, I think they're going to go down that route as well. Obviously, I don't know. This is just my opinion, and there's nothing officially coming out from the government about these things on the ITV article either. So it's still up in the air. I realise it's a very frightening thing when you see that they're going to cut £6 billion from the welfare budget, and it's very difficult to get your head around it. I mean, I was watching a news article yesterday when one of the correspondents said that Rishi Sunak was contemplating means testing PIP, and he almost agreed to do it when his advisors turned around and said, look, don't do it. It will be an awful decision. It'll be political annihilation for the government if you do this. Surely the Labour government are getting advised the same things. I think if they do decide to either means test PIP or cut people's benefits that they're already getting, that would be political internal combustion. I really do think. I think that would be the straw that breaks the camel's back for many people, and I think there would be a huge amount of backlash if they did something like that. So I really can't understand that they would do it. Obviously, we have no firm things yet, and as soon as I do hear anything, I will of course let you know. But let me know what you think down in the comment section about these things, particularly in the ITV news segment. As always, thank you for joining me, and as always, if you've got this far, please don't forget to subscribe for more news like this, and I will see you next time.